Manchester Central is wearing their full green uniforms with white numbers and white lettering. Bedford is in their home whites, black lettering, red numbers. Officials are pointing out the directions. Open and tap is up. And we're going to re-tap as it came awkwardly down. Aiden O'Connell tapping against Jason Gasana.
Gasana looks like he has a bit of a size advantage, but O'Connell wins the tip.
To the right side for Lafferty, he'll drive baseline, gets the baseline, picks up his dribble, looks for help. Kicks it back up top to O'Connell. O'Connell to Soden. Soden, crossover dribble, gets to the roof, and scores 2-0 Bedford.
Soden with a great move right before he got to the basket, got around Gasana and laid the ball in.
Deep down into the corner, now Naoma back up top to Gasana. Kicks it over to Zegno, who will settle things down. Man-to-man defense here for the Bulldogs as Zegno fiddles, crosses over. Looks like he stepped out on the baseline, and he did. That was Mohammed trying to drive baseline, and he got 1 foot on that baseline, therefore out of bounds.
You were telling me before the game that Coach Moreno's going to play a lot of press, trying to force some turnovers. I believe that press caused one right there.
That's the intention, and I'm thinking full court press after made baskets or even after misses. The Bulldogs are going to be out there and trying to cause turnovers. Soden on the drive again. He gets whacked on his way to the rim. Looks like Naoma will pick up the first foul, and it is Naoma. And the student section aptly says you cannot do that, so Soden will go to the line for 2, looking for his 3rd and 4th point tonight. Early action here. Kickoff was at 7 p.m. Just 1 minute into the game as Soden missed the first. It is 2-0, now 3-0 as Soden hits the back end. And he has all 3 points for the Bulldogs. That full court pressure that we talked about, trying to get that turnover, but Central handles it well.
Yeah, Mohammed was able to break that press with a really strong dribble into the zone.
Bring it back up top. We have Zegno near half court. Between his legs. Now that's Gasana, gets double teamed. Drives hard, misses the layup. O'Connell now kicks to Soden. He'll take a 3. He gets a 3. 6-0 Bulldogs, and they're causing havoc here. But Central breaks the press, and they get an easy deuce. Gasana on the lay-in. 6-2. Bulldogs lead early. O'Connell, that's Aiden O'Connell, presses. Soden drives the lane, dishes to Lafferty, kicks back out for Aiden O'Connell. He'll drive the lane, lefty lane, no good. Tries to get his own rebound, but gets fouled. Nice drive there by O'Connell.
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell came from the corner, drove to the bucket, made a strong move to the basket, managed to draw the foul on the rebound.
That was a lefty drive too, gets strong into the paint, can't quite get it. Soden now for 3 on the inbounds, hits it off the front rim. Toscano tries for the rebound. Now Central inbounds it. Full court press again by the Bulldogs. They kick it deep to the left corner for 3, no good. That was Wesley Almeida. Air ball, rebounded. Now Sean Toscano on the other end, can't get it to go. Rebound by Naoma. We have that back and forth action as we expected, as it's an up-tempo game. A lot of excitement for the season opener. Driving the lane, he'll get stripped away with Zegno. Now they kick it back up top to Gasana.
Yeah, Brady O'Connell nearly stripped the ball away from Gasana. He was able to get the ball back and keep the ball in play for Central.
Look to be isoing here for Gasana. Taking a hard fall was Brady O'Connell as he challenged Gasana at the rim. He's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, so he took a hard fall and got a foul for his trouble.
Excuse me, that's Soden that's going to get called for the foul, but O'Connell came down pretty hard as he was challenging high at the backboard. Looked like he came down on his backside. He shakes it off, walks to the side, but he will get subbed in. Caden Brown will enter the game for the Bulldogs' first substitution of the evening. So Gasana looks to make it an and one and draw within one. Misses the free throw. O'Connell, Aiden O'Connell pulls down the rebound. And now drives, nobody's in front of him, so he'll take it all the way. And he'll get the dunk. Aiden O'Connell, coast to coast. As they try to press, Sean Toscano will pick up a foul. Blocking foul along the far sideline. That is his first of the game. Second on the team. And now the Little Green inbound. That's Asher Zegno up top. Looking for a pick. Into the foul line. They kick it to the left corner for a three, and it's good. Wesley Almeida. And it is 8-7. The Bulldogs lead by a point. Luke Soden drives. He gets hacked on the way through. And Mark Naoma picks up his early second foul here, still in the first quarter. 4:34 to go in the first quarter, and Bedford leads 8-7. Looks like Coach Lett might be looking to make a substitution here, Harry, as that is Naoma's second foul early in the game. Leaves him in, though. Lafferty on the inbound. Kicks to the corner. Aiden O'Connell, he'll drive lefty again, kick it over to the left side. That's Sean Toscano, and he's going to get called for a charge.
Yeah, Toscano left his feet as he was driving to the basket, and the official called that on him as an offensive.
Toscano will come out with those two fouls. He got a blocking foul on the press a little bit earlier. Again, the Bulldogs come out full court pressure. They're in a 2-2-1. Full court trying to trap, and here's the turnover they were looking for. They kick it quickly to Brady O'Connell, and he has two. O'Connell none worse for the wear as he checked back in. And they get another turnover here.
Bedford had
pursuing inbounds.
Bedford had three defenders in the backcourt pressing central on that, and the pass went into the stands as a result.
Speed and athleticism are going to be keys to this full court press, and Bedford is rife with both. They lead 10-7 here halfway through the first quarter. Brady O'Connell now. He'll start the offense. Double teamed is Aiden O'Connell, but he gets whacked. That looks like it's number one, Jason Gasana. He picks up his second. So Coach Lett's going to have to deal with some foul trouble here for the Little Green, as Gasana has two and Naoma has two early on. Inbound, Lafferty takes it, kicks it to Aiden O'Connell. Now to the corner for Brady O'Connell. Dribbles between his legs, drives to the lane right. He scoops up, but no good. Gasana with the rebound.
Gasana got knocked down there on that rebound, no call.
Sure did. Try to reach to Gasana, it's no good. Now a three from Diaz, hard off the back of the backboard. There to scoop up the rebound is Wesley Almeida, and he's the beneficiary of a loose ball that fell in his hands. Luke Soden now. Kicks down to the post. Lafferty sees nothing. Kicks it back out top to Brady O'Connell. He's at the top of the key, drives right. He gets into the lane, scoop up, right hand lay-in is good.
Great move there by O'Connell to get to the bucket.
Sure was. 4 points for Brady O'Connell now. It was a nice move in the lane. Got the lay-in to go. And we have 10 seconds now. Again, that full court pressure on the inbound pass has caused 3 turnovers now. 2 led to points, and now Coach Lett's going to take a timeout as his team's struggling on that full court pressure.
Gasana tried to get over the timeline, but couldn't do it because I think it was Soden. No, I'm sorry, it was O'Connell who was blocking his way and kept him in the backcourt.
It sure was. It looked like both Soden and O'Connell were there to trap right before the half-court line, and again caused that 10-second count. So the Bulldogs lead 12-9, 3:03 to go here in the first quarter. Great start for Coach Moreno and the Bulldogs.
Quick program note, we're going to be here Friday for our first girls basketball game of the season, the home game of the season, and it's going to be against crosstown rival to Central Memorial. They'll be here. 7 o'clock start, girls basketball here on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
Of course, the boys' game will be at Manchester Memorial on Friday night. As we'll see that reflected throughout the season, teams are going to be likely mirroring each other on most nights with home and away kind of things, the boys versus the girls. So Bulldogs inbound. Luke Soden up top of the key. He drives lefty. Righty layup from the left side gets blocked. Now Diaz quickly into the front court for the Little Green. Gasana crossover dribble. Kicks it back out top to Asher Zegna. Now near side to Diaz. Coach Lett says patience. The Little Green are looking for some. Gasana will shoot from the top of the key, three-pointer short, gets his own rebound, and gets the lay-in. Gasana with 6 now. Brady O'Connell pushes, kicks to Luke Soden in the corner for 3, no good. Lafferty is going to get called for an over the back. Good box out there by Gasana. And Lafferty pushed off. He'll pick up his first foul. Little Green will inbound deep in their own end. Way in the backcourt. They're looking to dribble out of the press. Nice little jab step, but they do get a turnover here as the Bulldogs were able to tip the ball away. Up front for Luke Soden. He gets blocked again. Good recovery defense there by the Little Green. Gasana now into the lane, takes 2 giant steps. His lay-in is off. And we're going to get a foul on Chris Johnson, who has checked into the game for the Little Green.
Yeah, he went over the back and landed on Toscano on that rebound.
First foul on Johnson. Toscano checks out. Caden Brown checks back in.
Speaking of student sections, we've got a good representation here from the Little Green, making a lot of noise for their team.
Aiden O'Connell now will dribble over the timeline. Dribbles righty, now back to his left into the lane. Drives hard and gets the bucket. Hoop and the harm. Basket is good. Foul is on Chris Johnson. He picks up 2 very quickly. Bulldogs go up 14-11, and O'Connell will make an attempt at the end one. The natural 3-point. Lefty shot, bounce, and the free throw is good. And the Bulldogs back in their press.
Bulldogs are 2 for 3 from the charity stripe so far.
Muhammad gets tied up near sideline, right near the scorer's table. It goes out of bounds, but off of a Bulldog player.
Yeah, Brady O'Connell is the one who was guilty of knocking the ball out of bounds.
Gasana inbounds to Diaz. Go between his legs. Drives lefty. Fumbles it a little bit, though. And now driving hard is Muhammad. He throws one up, and it's going to get called for a travel.
Kind of a desperation shot there. He's off balance.
Bulldogs with a 4-point lead, 15-11. 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Tempo, as promised, has been fast-paced this entire quarter. We're going to get an off-ball foul here. Looks like Muhammad is going to get a hold down on the low block. I think he was trying to D up Luke Soden and was concerned about the potential there. It looks like we're going to have 1-and-1. 7 fouls quickly on the Little Green. And, excuse me, that was Aiden O'Connell that got fouled. So he'll have the front end of a 1-and-1.
You know, with all the pressing going on, it's a lot of fouls generated from all that contact.
Sure, but you might think it'd be the defensive team that's getting those fouls, and here it's the Little Green picking them up. Front end is good for O'Connell. He has 6 now, and earns a second shot on the back end of the 1-and-1. (16-11), 5-point lead for the Bulldogs.
The official will blow the whistle here, talking to the scores table. Not sure what the holdup is. They gave the
point to the wrong team there. So it was 15-11, and they gave the point to the wrong team. So it should be 16-11. There it is. So they correct the clock. They correct the score. And we're back on track. O'Connell will take the free throw on the back end of the 1-and-1, and that's good too. 7 points for Aiden O'Connell. The Bulldogs lead 17-11. Back in their full court press. They get a tap from behind. Brady O'Connell hustling back on Gasana. He bats it out of bounds, but it'll stay Little Green ball. They'll inbound on the far sideline. Mark Naum in the corner. Gasana looks to pull from three, won't. Now Asher Zegno from up top. Back around the outside. Bulldogs in this zone defense, 2-3 zone. But they're really aggressive, trying to extend that defense out and force uncomfortable shots.
Yeah, that defensive shell is really way outside the three-point stripe.
Getting hands in, batting things away. Shot from the corner, three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Johnson. His putback is no good. Rebounded by Aiden O'Connell. Quickly into the front court. Drives lefty into the lane. Misses the lay-in. Back rimmed it. And we're going to get a jump ball. Ooh, somebody's calling a foul here.
And it looks like it's going to go. Well, they
said 2-3.
I thought he held up 25. Yeah, it's on O'Connell.
O'Connell picks up a foul. That was odd.
Yeah, it looked more like a jump ball, and
Sure
O'Connell came away with it at the end.
He sure did. And now the Bulldogs force another turnover.
Ball goes off Gasana's hands, and now the Bulldogs have 23.4 seconds to work with here in this quarter.
They lead 17-11. Aiden O'Connell takes the inbound pass, gets it over the timeline. Passes to the corner. That's Brown. Brown back up top. Brady O'Connell drives lefty. Scoops it up righty. And it goes. 6 points now for Brady O'Connell. Desperation heave up court by Asher Zegno goes nowhere. And we'll end the quarter 19-11. The Bulldogs with a nice 8-point lead after the first period of play.
That was a terrific bucket by Brady O'Connell, by the way he had to kind of reach through the defenders, squeeze through like he was going through a keyhole, managed to get the ball up and into the basket there. So at the end of the first quarter, like you said, 19-11, scores so far for Bedford, 6 points for Brady O'Connell, Luke Soden with 1 foul and 6 points as well, and Aiden O'Connell with a foul and leading the way with 7 points.
On the Little Green side, Jason Gasana leads the way. He has 6 of the 11 points, and the other 5 are by Wesley Almeida. He had a 3-pointer and a deuce. That puts them at 11. And they're going to need a bit more variety on the offensive end if they're going to stay with them.
We've got hockey action coming up on Bedford 105.1 and BCTV. A doubleheader on Saturday. It's going to be the boys versus Wyndham, 2 p.m. at Sullivan Arena at St. Anselm. And then at 7 o'clock, it's going to be the combined team of Berlin, Gorham, Kennett meeting the Bedford girls. That's a 7 p.m. start also at Sullivan Arena. And we'll have both games for you on Saturday here on Bedford 105.1.
With Jason Bergeron
Jason's going to be out of town. We're going to have somebody else. We're going to have a guest color analyst for that game.
Well, look at that, a tease. I like the excitement, Harry.
Oh, looking forward to it. Seeing some action on ice.
High hopes for the hockey team this year, too. They have a good squad.
Well, we'll find out. It's a fairly senior-laden roster this year. You know, a lot of juniors, very experienced from last year's playoff run. Hoping to do good things this year.
Bulldogs, of course, looking to build on their success in the fall season where they won the football championship, the girls soccer championship, the volleyball championship. Turnover by the Little Green, but the Bulldogs turn it right back over. 3-point attempt is no good by Naoma. Rebound by Lafferty. Kicks to Caden Brown. Caden Brown up to Aiden O'Connell. He'll settle things down. Little Green have bounced into a 2-3 defense, and they're rewarded by a quick turnover. Ethan Caldwell was the intended recipient, and it was wayward. Luke Soden checks back in for Caldwell. Gasana inbounds. Far side. Nifty dribble by Zegno, but dribbling through full court pressure is going to turn into a turnover frequently. Now Soden for three, no good, he's short. O'Connell with the rebound. Looks to power it back up. Back inside to Lafferty, beautiful play. Lafferty can't convert, but he is fouled.
I think that's going to be number 3 on Gasana.
So Aiden O'Connell got his own rebound, didn't have anything. Kicked it out top to Brady O'Connell at the top of the key, who found Lafferty right away back under the hoop. And you're absolutely right, Gasana picks up his 3rd foul. We're still early in the 2nd quarter, and Gasana has 3.
Gasana's not a player that Central can afford to lose.
Not at all.
Not this early.
Lafferty makes good on the front end. 20-11 is your score. 7:04 remaining in the half.
And Gasana comes out.
He'll take a seat on the bench with those 3 fouls.
Zegno also comes out.
Lafferty short on the 2nd. Rebound to Naoma. He'll go full court, take the baseline shot, no good. Rims in and out. Tough shot there. Looked like it was most of the way down. Brady O'Connell now. Wow, massive swat by Naoma. He skied for that one. Brady O'Connell lofted it up, and Naoma swatted it off the backboard. Now Aiden O'Connell gets to a 10-foot jumper, and that's no good in the lane. Back to the other end as this frantic pace continues. Mohammed, drives hard right-handed, misses the lay-in, but Lafferty's going to get called for a foul. That's Lafferty's 2nd, and Mohammed will go to the line.
That's one that could have went either way, because Mohammed left his feet as he drove for the basket.
He sure did. It looked like Lafferty might have had good position.
Yeah, he was planted.
Getting his feet there, staying square, but the official is closer to that play than we are. Might have felt he was drifting. Front end is no good for Mohammed. 20-11 still your score. 6:28 to go in the first half.
Lafferty comes out of the game.
He will sit down with those 2 fouls. Lafferty and Sean Toscano both have 2 fouls. Misses the 2nd end too, but Johnson is there to clean it up. Johnson, his first bucket of the game. 20-13, the Bulldogs lead. Toscano draws a foul. That's going to be Chris Johnson's 3rd foul.
I was going to say that the Little Green are 0 for 3 from the charity stripe so far.
Nice drive by Toscano as he was getting after that and picked up the foul on Johnson. Again, that's his 3rd. Toscano will go to the line, and that is still 1-1.
Yeah, one more foul, they'll be in the double bonus. Central already has 9 fouls on them, 19 fouls.
Looks like Toscano's front end is good.
And we got a new player coming in, Sean Venator, number 14.
So Venator will check into the game. Toscano's 2nd is good too, giving him 2. Mohammed dribbles through the trap and is fouled along the way. Looked like that was Soden picking up his 2nd foul. And Mohammed will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Missed his first 2 last time down. Gets it this time. Gets in the scorebook.
And that is the first free throw made. They are 1 for 4.
Earns the 2nd. Shot is up and back rims it. Bounces out middle of the way up the key. Toscano comes down with it. But we're going to get a jump ball as he's tied up.
And possession.
Points to the Bedford Bulldogs, so Caden Brown will inbound under his own hoop. Full court pressure here for the Little Green. Brady O'Connell now takes that. He's guarded closely by Almeida. Gets over half court and then drives, will get fouled, and they're going to call it on the ground. Looked like he had picked it up and was in his 2 steps, but they're going to call it on the ground.
Yeah, that bucket was good, but the officials blew the whistle before he got to the bucket. They're going to call a pushing foul on.
That was Almeida that picked that
Almeida?
up, number
Okay.
5. Brady O'Connell will still get 2 shots, though, as it's a double bonus.
And that's Almeida's first foul of the game.
There'll be a lot of free throws throughout the rest of this half, as both teams are in the bonus. Bulldogs in double bonus right now, so they'll shoot 2 throughout the rest of these. And the Bulldogs themselves have 17 fouls, so Central will have 1 and 1 throughout the rest of the half. O'Connell's second is good as well. Makes good on both. He has 8 points now. And we get a travel. Little Green will travel on the inbound. Bulldogs get another turnover on the press. They hold a 10-point lead now, 24-14. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Aiden O'Connell takes the inbound, will drive lefty, gets strong to the hoop, and lays it in. Team leading 9 points now for Aiden O'Connell. Kick to the corner for the Little Green, and it's good. Leslie Almeida's second 3 of the game. He has 8. 26-17. Luke Soden drives, he gets swatted away.
Naoma with the rejection.
Underneath, Lafferty gets 2 pump fakes and gets a lay-in to go. Good patience there by Lafferty. 3 points for him. Mohammed now dribbling through pressure. Still dribbling. A little wide with that.
Yeah, he's lucky he came up with the ball.
Yeah. Now they bounce it down to Mohammed, and he gets a lay-in to go.
That was an all-effort possession there for Mohammed.
Sure was. He's flexing his muscles, and he's down 9 points. I'm not quite sure I understand that, but Brady O'Connell misses a finger roll. Kicks an outlet pass to Diaz. He gets an easy deuce on the other end. 28-21.
Bit of a reverse layup there.
It was. He
for
drove
Diaz.
to the left side of the rim with his right hand. Nifty little way to keep the defender off of it. John Toscano now drives righty. Luke Soden will pull from 3. No good. Lafferty can't get the rebound. Venator now for the Little Green. Throws it up off the side of the backboard. Rebound Naoma, and he's fouled quickly. Brady O'Connell will pick up his first. Frantic action, as we expected, has continued through the second quarter.
Yeah, an exciting contest here between Bedford and Central. Lots of back and forth, lots of contact, a lot of fouls.
Naoma misses a free throw. Central has only converted on 1 of their free throws. They are 1 of 6 so far. They'll try on the back end here. Shot is up, and that is good. That was Naoma's first point. Brady O'Connell gets the inbound pass. Again, guarded by Almeida. Lafferty from the elbow. Looks to kick. He's overplayed by Venador. Drives and gets the bucket. Nice play by Lafferty. He has 5. Down in the corner, O'Connell tips it, and Almeida touches it before it goes out of bounds. Another turnover. But the Bulldogs make good on that press again. They hold an 8-point lead, 30-22. 4:04 to go in the second quarter. Brady O'Connell. Again, guarded by Almeida. Picks up a pick by Aiden O'Connell. Kicks far side, Luke Soden. Fakes, drives, gets the lay-in. Ooh! He's gonna get called for a charge. And they're gonna need to go get him. That's his 3rd foul. Luke Soden gets called for the foul. He doesn't want to come out, but he's coming out. Coach Moreno doesn't want to make any chances here with 3 fouls.
Kate Brown coming in for him. Oh, that was rough.
Inbound, yeah, tough one there. As Aiden O'Connell looked to step in for the steal right at midcourt, and he gets shoulder to shoulder with Sean Venator.
And Venator hit the turf hard.
He sure did. He's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Again, the Bulldogs are up by 8, 30-22. Venator looks to cut into that lead with the 1-and-1.
You know, there was I could see the official calling that an intentional one. just with the velocity at which he came into contact with Venator.
Yeah, I mean, there was no intention there. There was no flagrancy. It was just two kids colliding pretty hard at the same time, and Venator took the worst of it. Again, tough foul, but I didn't see any intentional act there. Venator misses the front end. So, Harry, I'm going to politely and respectfully disagree with you.
Well, the reason I say that is because he kind of went through Venator. I guess he didn't mean to, but that foul was through him.
It sure was. Venator makes good on the second. 30-23 is your score. The Bulldogs lead by 7. Aiden O'Connell kicks to Brown. Brown down to Brady O'Connell in the corner. O'Connell to Toscano. Back to O'Connell. He'll pull from 3. No good. Rebound Venator. Puts it back in Zegno's hands. Up the far side to Diaz. Now Naoma in the far corner. Back up top. Diaz will settle things down. Zegno.
Way off the mark.
Way off is Olmeda for 3. He's deep. Hits the back rim. Lucky he caught rim. Toscano from the corner. It's good. Toscano hits a 3 from the right baseline. And the Bulldogs go up by 10. We have a timeout by the Bulldogs. They hold a 10-point lead with 2:58 to go in the first half.
The foul shooting is becoming a factor in this game. Bedford with a 10-point lead here with 2:58 to go here in the second quarter. And they're shooting 9 of 11, 81%. Meanwhile, Central is only 3 for 9, at least by my count. I'm not sure if you have the same number of free throw attempts, but they only got 3 from the stripe.
Yeah, 3 for 8 I have? Maybe I missed one. But yeah, again, that free throw shooting percentage is playing a factor, and we're going to see a lot of it again. Both teams are now in the double bonus, and of course, both teams were flirting with bonuses at the start of the second quarter, so a lot of fouls going on throughout this first half. We saw foul trouble on both sides. Luke Soden is sitting down with 3 right now. Lafferty with 2, Toscano with 2, Aiden O'Connell with 2 on the Bedford side.
And on the Central side, you've got Gasana out of the game for now. He's got 3. Chris Johnson as well. I think he's on the bench. He's got 3 as well. And Mark Naoma with 2.
So a lot of hacking going on. Again, you talked about it. You expect to see that in an up-tempo game. Frantic pace. Bulldogs, for the first time this half, are all the way back in their 2-3 as their little green inbound it on their own side here. They kick it over to the right side, now back up top for Naoma. They're looking for a patient approach on the offensive end this time. Drive Zegno, kicks it baseline. Diaz. Now back to Naoma up top. This 2-3 defense is quite aggressive for the Bulldogs. 3, Olmeda, it's good. Olmeda with 11 now.
And he's made 3 of the 3-pointers tonight.
He sure has, showing his long distance aptitude, but not his defensive aptitude there as Aiden O'Connell drives right by him. He'll get fouled on his way to the hoop.
Yeah, Venator, the guilty party there.
Venator's first. O'Connell will go back to the line. He's 3 for 3 tonight and has 2 more. 33-26 is your score. The Bulldogs are up by 7. Aiden O'Connell, first is good. Despite the attempts and the loud clap by Wesley Olmeda, it did not faze Aiden O'Connell. He has 10 now. And the second is also good. We're going to see a substitution. O'Connell comes out. Dylan Soden checks into the game now.
And a whistle calling it over and back, or at least on the end line. That he didn't establish possession on the inbound.
I'm glad you caught that because I missed it. That was a brain fart by the little green there, and again another turnover. Lafferty kicks for Toscano, shoots for 3, short. Offensive rebound by Brady O'Connell up and in. Nice strength there by O'Connell. He drove right into the chest of the defender. Took a good shot, but still finished.
And he's got double digits, 10 points on the evening.
No good on the 3 by Naoma. And the Bulldogs pull down the defensive board. They lead 37-26. O'Connell drives hard now again. Righty lay-in is good. He's got 12. Leads all scorers now. And Coach Lett's going to get a timeout for the Little Green. Nice back-to-back plays by Brady O'Connell. Pushes the lead out to 13, 39-26. The Bulldogs ahead with 1:39 to go in the first half.
And we will be back here on Friday evening for the girls' home opener. They start the season today at Central, and they'll be home against the Memorial Crusaders. 7 o'clock start. We'll be here for that. I believe Lauren Fox will be sharing the mic duties with you.
Lauren Fox will be in the house. Yeah, definitely. Should be a fun game. Lauren was here earlier to say hello to the crew.
Busy man these days.
He sure is. State Representative Lauren Fox. Do I have to call him Representative Fox every time I refer to him on Friday night?
I asked if there was some formal, honorary title for a state rep, and what he said it was I can't repeat on the air.
Fantastic, Mr. Fox? No, it's probably not it. Yeah, I'm sure he's been called worse in his life, but congratulations again to Lauren for winning in the election this fall. We were told we would expect a fast-paced game, and that is what we have seen. 39-26, the Bulldogs approaching 40 points in this first half. Again, a lot of full-court pressure. Not right now, but throughout the first and second, early parts of the second quarter, we did see full-court pressure from the Bulldogs. Gassana with 3 fouls is back in the game. And
he nails the 3.
He hits the 3, but it wasn't a pretty one. He banked it off the glass. And many of the players are going to ask if he called that.
They all count
Turnover here for the Bulldogs. Little Green back into the front court, and Toscano comes in with a steal. Trailing the play and is able to come back and make that interception of the pass. He drives hard now. Ball gets batted away from him.
Oh, they're going to say went off of Toscano. That's tricky. I thought it was knocked out of his hands.
That is a tough call there.
I thought Zegno knocked it out of his hands, but the officials are going to say Toscano was the last to touch it.
Toscano made a hard drive, showing some strength, size there, but couldn't quite finish. And now Mohammed does finish in the lane. That's 5 points for Mohammed. The lead is now 8. Brady O'Connell is going to get fouled. That's number 5, Wesley Almeida. That's his second. O'Connell had a nice little between the legs crossover dribble and drove hard to the lane and got whacked on his way in.
Yeah, so the scoreboard only goes up to 10, but that's the 12th foul on the Central Little Green in this half.
And Brady O'Connell will shoot 2 in the double bonus here. Front end is good. Rattled around a little bit on that rim, but does fall. He has 13. Back end. 3 or 4 dribbles. Shot is good. Smoother on the second of 2. He is 4 for 4 from the line. The lead is back to 10. 30 seconds to go here in the half. Little Green, kick it down low baseline for Naoma. Back out from the corner. 3 is good for Asher Zegno. His first points of the game. 41-34. 15 seconds to go in the half.
Yep, Central's got that lead down to 7 on Bedford.
Toscano kicks to the corner. Luke Soden gets stripped. Excuse me, that's Dylan Soden.
2 seconds.
They get it back. Coming down the lane was Naoma looking for the dunk, and it was well after the after the buzzer, so it wouldn't have counted. Would have been spectacular, but either way, it would not have counted. So the Bulldogs close out the first half. 41-34 is your halftime score. They hold a 7-point lead, and they're pretty pleased with that frantic first half coming out of it with a sizable lead.
Your scoring for the Bulldogs. Brady O'Connell leads the way with 14 points. Luke Soden 6 points, all in the first quarter. Dylan Lafferty with 5, all in the second quarter. Sean Toscano with 5, and Aiden O'Connell with 11.
For the Little Green, Jason Gasana has 9. Mark Naoma with 1. Isaiah Diaz has 2. Wesley Almeida has 3 3-pointers and a deuce for 11 points. Zegno with 3, Mohammed with 5, Venator with 1, and Chris Johnson with a bucket for 2, and that rounds out their 34.
Free throw shooting, Bedford is 13 of 15 from the floor, 87%. Meanwhile, the Little Green are 3 of 9, 33%, so big difference there, and really the difference in this game scoring-wise.
8 minutes back on the clock as we enter the third quarter here. Little Green will inbound into their backcourt. That is Asher Zegno. Bulldogs have come out in a man-to-man defense. They were playing their 2-3 zone during a lot of the first half. Crossover between the legs, dribble by Gasana. He kicks it back to Mohammed. Mohammed drives and gets a nice bucket. Righty lay-in from the left side.
That cuts the lead to 5, 41-36, Bedford.
That's the closest they've been in quite some time. Brady O'Connell now. Drive. Calls Luke Soden up from the corner. Sean Toscano from the top of the key. Kicks it back to Aiden O'Connell. Righty dribble, now back to his left. He had Luke Soden cutting on the backside, didn't see him. Brady O'Connell gets in the lane, righty scoop shot, good. 16 now for Brady O'Connell. Back in their full court press are the Bulldogs. Gasana takes one large step to the side, puts it in. Off the backboard, he has 11. Toscano now for 3, no good. Batted around underneath, and Mohammed comes away with the defensive rebound. Zegno drives, goes lefty, kicks it to the corner, but his pass is off the mark. They keep possession, but Almeida couldn't gather for 3, but he does now, and it's short. No good. Chases down the rebound, can't get it. It falls right in Naoma's hands. And he puts it back in for a deuce. 43-40 is the score as the Little Green have come out on a run. There's a foul here, but it's on the floor.
I think it's on Naoma.
That was on Zegno, they called it. So Zegno picks up his first. First on the team. Brady O'Connell will inbound. Luke Soden. Dribbles. Can't get anywhere as Gasana guards him well. Aiden O'Connell now. Lefty dribble back to Soden. He throws up a 3 and it's good. Luke Soden's got another 3. Second on the game. And we get a travel here by Gasana. Another turnover for Manchester Central on that full court pressure. Brady O'Connell now. Crossover dribble over half court. Kicks it to Lafferty. He finds O'Connell. Can't get the lay-in off the left side, but gets his own rebound and puts it back. 13 for Aiden O'Connell now. Full court pressure is handled. They get it deep along the baseline. Jumper is good for Naoma. He has 5. Aiden O'Connell now gets past the full court pressure by Mohammed. Now Brady O'Connell drives lefty and he gets fouled. Asher Zegno hit him in the chin. And that's 2 quick fouls on Zegno. Second on the team here in the second half. O'Connell will inbound it near side. Quick into Luke Soden. He was close to that 5 count, but does get it in. Find Aiden O'Connell deep in the right corner. 2 dribbles lefty. A flop by Gasana does not get called, and Aiden O'Connell gets his 14th and 15th points. Quickly into the front court, Zegno. 2 steps, and the lay-in won't go. Tied up there. Fought for, it's a jump ball. 2 players look at each other menacingly, but the referee quickly steps in as it was simply a jump ball.
Bedford gets possession.
Bedford does have possession, so they'll inbound it under their own hoop. Luke Soden will take the inbound pass. Dribbles twice lefty, quickly over to Aiden O'Connell. Now to Brady O'Connell. They have a break now. Toscano fumbles it off of his leg, but Brady O'Connell comes up with a steal, and Nyoma's going to pick up his third foul.
That's 3 team fouls already in this quarter on the Little Green.
3 team fouls and 3 personal fouls for Nyoma. And the foul trouble continues for the Little Green. He will stay in. 50-42 is your score. The Bulldogs hold an 8-point lead. Luke Soden cutting in from the baseline. That's a goaltend by Nyoma. He got up there, but that ball was on its way down, so Soden will have points 10 and 11 on that lay-in from the baseline. That was a nice look from Aiden O'Connell as he saw Soden cutting along the baseline. And again, that lay-in was goaltended by Nyoma. Mohamed scoots along the far sideline. The fans there thought he went out of bounds. Gasana will hit a 3 now. Gasana from the top left side of the arc. Aiden O'Connell is going to get fouled. As he was getting over half court, Mohamed picks up his second foul. We're seeing these team fouls rack up pretty quickly. That's 4 on the Little Green here in the third quarter already. 52-45 is your score. Bulldogs lead by 7. They're leading pretty much the entire way.
They're going to call the over and back.
Backcourt violation here on the Bulldogs. And it's a turnover.
Yeah, good defense on that inbound. It forced the inbound to go toward the center line, and Soden couldn't control it. He touched it in Bedford territory, went over the line. Turnover, Bedford.
Gasana inbounds to Zegno. Back to Gasana. 52-45 is your score halfway through the third quarter. Gasana gets ahead of steam, goes at Caden Brown. Lay-in is no good. Brady O'Connell with the defensive rebound. Now he's into the front court. Hands off to Luke Soden. He drives lefty, tries to scoop it over to Lafferty, and it fumbles away. Kick to the corner now. Three-pointer, no good. That was Almeida. This shot is no good. Rebound finally controlled by Brown. O'Connell to O'Connell. That's Brady to Aiden. Now back to Brady O'Connell. Now back to Aiden O'Connell. Three-pointer is good. 3 or 4 feet behind the line as Aiden O'Connell. His 3 is good. He has 18. And a 5-second call is another turnover.
I think they're saying Zegna stepped on the line when before he inbounded the ball.
So Zegno will come out along with Mohamed. Checking in are Diaz and Johnson. Aiden O'Connell back to his left in the middle of the lane. Bounces around, it's good, and Aiden O'Connell has 20.
Yeah, O'Connell got that shot away, even though he got a little contact on the wrist on that shot, no call.
Now Brady O'Connell comes up with a steal. Again, that's that full court pressure. We've been saying it all game. Luke Soden from the corner for 3, good! Luke Soden buries the 3. The Bulldogs go up 60-45, just like that. Several buckets in a row extend this lead out to 15.
7-0 run here for the Bulldogs. 2:49 to go here in the third quarter.
And the Little Green, with that little spurt, needed some time to talk it over, so Coach Lett calls timeout.
Quick correction on the hockey times on Saturday. I was saying 7 o'clock for the ladies. It's going to be a 4:30 start immediately after the boys' game. So it'll be a doubleheader, one after the other. Boys play at 2 against Wyndham, and then 4:30, the girls against Kennett, Berlin, Gorham.
Well, hopefully they have a chance to get that Zamboni out there and clear the ice.
It's probably going to be all the time they have is just to do a quick cleanup, maybe a warm-up it's not going to be much time between those two games. In fact, it probably won't even start at 4:30. It might get started a little later. Those things tend to do.
So scoring outburst from Aiden O'Connell here to start the third quarter. He has 20 points now, followed closely by Brady O'Connell with 16 and Luke Soden with 14. Jason Casana leads the way with with 14 for the Little Green. Score again 60-45 as that 8-0 run by the Bulldogs pushed the lead out to 15, and this is the largest margin so far tonight. Casana inbounds to Diaz. Gets trapped quickly, cross-court pass is almost picked off by Almeida. Ioma's layup can't go. He tried with it left and missed everything. Brady O'Connell, cross-court to Aiden O'Connell. His three is no good, back iron. Little Green pushing now. Almeida, his lay-in is no good. Hits the iron on the way up. Now Aiden O'Connell will go in and dunk it. You can hear the crowd.
9-0 run for the Bulldogs.
Brady O'Connell picks up a foul after the inbounds, but you can hear the student section go bananas on that punch by Aiden O'Connell. That's going to get him fired up. 62-45 after O'Connell hammers one down on the break. Nice little floater in the lane here by Naoma. He has 7. 62-47. One hand push pass to Lafferty. He gets a lefty lay-in. Beautiful pass by Brady O'Connell. Almost turned over again by the Little Green. Chris Johnson, nice little alley-oop layup goes. And the up and down pace continues. 64-49. Bulldogs up 15. Soden drives hard, pauses, lay-in won't go. Offensive rebound, great hustle there by O'Connell. Cade Brown's three is no good. He gets his own rebound. Lefty lay-in is punched. But Lafferty finally gets it. Another offensive rebound goes, and he gets fouled in the process. Casana, that's Casana's 4th.
Bedford had about 4 offensive rebounds on that series before Lafferty put it away and then drew the foul.
That's just hustle too. Those kids just getting after those offensive rebounds, keeping the possession alive, and Lafferty again.
And not to mention the save out of bounds too that started that whole sequence.
Absolutely, Brady O'Connell again triggering that with a leap out of bounds and throwing it back inbounds to Cade Brown. Free throw is good by Lafferty. He has 10 now. Lay in on the other end is good by Chris Johnson. He has 6. Just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Luke Soden, checked by Chris Johnson. Baseline cut. Ooh, wow, that ball got touched after it hit the backboard. So it should have been called a goaltend, but it wasn't. That lay-in did hit the glass first and came out. It was touched by, I believe, Chris Johnson, but no call. Soden now on the steal. He lays it in. 16 for Soden. That's Luke Soden. Diaz to Mohammed. He'll dribble out of pressure. Back into pressure and now steps it back out. 69-51. Diaz step back 3. Good. Nice move by Diaz. A lot of cheers for the Little Green. Again, as you mentioned, they came out in force. They trail by 15, but their crowd is into it. Aiden O'Connell drives hard, and he'll get whacked on the way up.
That might be on Zegna.
He got a step there right around half court and took it all the way in. Zegno will pick up the foul. Again, that's 3 on Zegno. Aiden O'Connell back to the line.
You realize we have a chance of breaking 70 and we're still in the third quarter.
Prolific offense here, and that's what that fast tempo is going to do. Aiden O'Connell's front end rattles around the rim and rattles out. That's his first missed free throw tonight. He was 5 for 5 before that one. he'll try on the back end here. And that was off the back rim. He misses them both. So it stays 69-54. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Diaz pulls from three. That's, wow, ooh, that's kind of gross, but it goes in. Off the backboard. He has 8 now. Brady O'Connell forcing his way in, and he's going to get whacked. That is number 5, Wesley Almeida's third foul. Brady O'Connell's a little slow to get up, but he'll go to the line.
That's foul number 7 this half on Central. That's going to put Bedford in the bonus.
So 2 shots as he was going up. They're giving Brady O'Connell, the shooting foul here. And as you mentioned, that was 17 fouls on the little green. So the Bulldogs will have bonus all throughout the fourth quarter. 3.3 seconds to go here in the third. Referee's checking on Brady O'Connell, who's at the line, because he's struggling a little bit. He went down hard after that foul. Looked like he knocked his knee a little bit there. Brady's trying to shake it off here, but it's a tough one. He hits the second end. 18 for Brady O'Connell, and he'll take a seat. 71-57, 3.3 seconds to go in the third. They roll it into Mohammed. He drives hard, kicks it out. And that is after the buzzer. No shot is attempted. Aiden O'Connell tried to draw the foul on the charge, but no call. 71-57 is your score. The Bulldogs hold a 14-point lead after 3. And Aiden O'Connell lit it up there in the third quarter.
And your scoring so far through 3 quarters, Brady O'Connell with 19 points, Luke Soden with 16, Dylan Lafferty with 9, Sean Toscano, nothing in the third. He's at 5 still. And 22 for Aiden O'Connell. Another big quarter, and he leads the way for the Bulldogs.
If your name is O'Connell, you're sharing 40 points here. So 22 for Aiden and 18 for Brady. The Little Green, on the other hand, we have Jason Casano with 14, Mark Naoma with 7, 6 here in the second half. Wesley Almeida with 11. Diaz has 8. Zegno 3, Mohammed with 7, Venator still with 1, and Chris Johnson with 6, rounding out there 57 points. 8 minutes back on the board. We're ready to close out this home opener for the Bulldogs here on Tuesday night.
We'll see if Bedford can hit the 80s in this quarter. That's probably well within reach, maybe even the 90s.
They averaged 20 a quarter in the first quarter, and then popped ahead with 30 in the third quarter there. So, yeah, it's well within reach to get to the 90s.
You don't see a lot of NHIAA games hitting those stratospheric numbers.
No, and that's an aggressive approach, both on the defensive full court pressure as well as, almost like a 10-second kind of shot clock individually. Brown almost with a strip from behind. Can't keep possession. Zegno drives. Mohammed now gets swatted. Ball gets swatted away on the floor. Now pull. Almeida, no good. Brown can't come down with it. Ooh, we're going to get a foul call. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on Caden Brown, a shove.
Yeah, that's a bit of a surprise ball there, but yes, you're right. Caden Brown picks up his first. Second team foul. So Bulldogs had 2 opportunities for turnovers. Couldn't quite get either of them to go. Little Green inbound it. It finds its way to Diaz. Diaz pressed by Brown. He'll go to the foul line. Stop, pivot. Finds Mohammed along the baseline. His dish gets batted around. Zegno picks it up and puts it in. He has 5. 71-59. Aiden O'Connell. He's going to get fouled by Mohammed, and that's his third. Oh, excuse me. He just said 25 to the sideline, but that was the offensive player. That was reported wrong. I believe that was on Mohammed. It was reported to the sideline. It was Aiden O'Connell. Yeah, they're going to need clarification. The scorer's table says, come here for a minute, because that doesn't seem right to me.
I was wondering if it might have been Almeida with the foul.
Yeah, it was definitely on Mohammed as he was right alongside of Mohammed. Now they figured it out. So Mohammed gets the foul. That is his third. O'Connell will go to the line. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Aiden O'Connell. Again, after hitting his first 5, he missed his last 2. Front end is no good. So 3 misses in a row for Aiden O'Connell. Ioma, who's checked back in, carries the ball.
They are with the turnover and palm.
It's called for the carry. That's another turnover. 7:02 to go in the game. 71-59 is your score. Bulldogs hold a 12-point lead. Aiden O'Connell now gets over the timeline. Brady dishes to Cade Brown. Now to Luke Soden. He pulls from 3, no good. Offensive rebound, and getting called for the push-off is Aiden O'Connell, and that to me seemed like a terrible call.
Yeah, that was pretty ticky-tack.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like O'Connell had great position underneath, and perhaps he pushed off with a forearm, but that looked like a tough call. Diaz gets trapped, kicks to the corner. He finds Almeida, and Almeida will settle. Pulls it all the way out. 6.5 to go in the game. 12-point lead for the Bulldogs. Kasana, jab step, pulls from 3, way off. Air ball.
And the chance comes from the student section.
Of course, the students will let him know about it. Now Grady O'Connell will bring it over the timeline. 18 points for Grady O'Connell tonight. Marvelous job by him. Of course, Brady's only a sophomore, and he buries a 3 there. 21 for Grady O'Connell now. Joins his cousin in the 20s. Comes up, and Cade Brown's going to get called for a foul there as he was diving after that loose ball. That's the second on Cade.
Bedford with 14 fouls, catching up with Little Green, who have 8 right now.
74-59 is your score. 5:58 remains. Kasana kicks to Naoma. He fiddles and goes nowhere, now kicks to Kasana. Kasana drives hard into the lane, and he gets called for a travel. Another turnover by the Little Green. 5:48 to go. 74-59. Bulldogs lead by 15. Nice little give and go. They find Soden cutting, and a lay-in by Soden gives him 18. Cade Brown's going to pick up another. That's his third within a matter of minutes. 5th on the team. 5.5 to go in the game. Lead is pressed out to 17. And inbounding near sideline, right near the scorer's table, is Jason Kasana. To the back court for Zegno. Right side above the arc is Naoma. Dribbles once, comes inside the 3-point line, and his shot is off the mark. Luke Soden on the break now. His lay-in is good. Soden now with 20. If it didn't go in, they very well could have called goaltending, as that backboard was shaking violently. Naoma went up and tried for the spot and rattled the backboard around, and that usually would get called for a goaltend, but it didn't matter, it went in. Toscano checks in for Cade Brown, who picked up his 4th foul there.
Bulldogs on a 7-0 run here.
78-59. Nice inbound play there to Naoma. He gets an easy deuce under the basket. 9 points for him now. Luke Soden between his legs. Crossover dribble. Now reverses direction. Gets chased from behind. Lafferty kicks to the corner. Brady O'Connell will take a 3. Short. And nobody is back as the Little Green will get an easy dunk. And Naoma, they get excited. Down 15, 4.5 to go. And now committing the foul is Naoma, and that's his 4th. Nice dunk and finish there by Naoma. And then he picks up a foul. That's 9 team fouls on the Little Green. Like we talked about, Bulldogs will be shooting a lot of free throws the rest of the way. Lafferty to the line here. Front end is rattled around and falls out. Naoma, hesitation, step back, 2-pointer, no good, air ball. They kick it to the corner, Almeida's 3 is good. First points of the second half for Almeida, he has 14. Brady O'Connell has to pick up his dribble. Hayden O'Connell is fouled. That's Almeida. Not quite sure what happened in the aftermath there. O'Connell went sprawling around on the floor after he was fouled by Almeida. That's 4 fouls by Almeida. Some of the Little Green players taking exception to the aftermath.
Central on their own little run as well, 7-0. Making it a closer contest. 12-point lead now for the Bulldogs.
Hayden O'Connell back to the line. As he was fouled, I believe he's going to get 2 in the double bonus here. And the scorer's table is signaling in 2. They do confirm it with the officials, so he will have 2 shots here in the double bonus. Takes his dribbles, follows through, and this one's good, smooth shot. 23 now for number 25. 4:09 to go in the game, 79-66. Bulldogs lead, make that 80. As O'Connell's second free throw is good, he comes out.
Pace of scoring actually slowed down in this 4th quarter.
Sure, only 9 points so far for the Bulldogs. Caldwell's going to get called for a reach here. And I believe that's 7 on the Bulldogs, so they'll go into 1-1.
That's going to put Muhammad on the line. He's only 1 for 4 from the charity stripe.
As you mentioned, Mohammed is 1 for 4. Take the front end on the 1-1. Right into the student section. High arcing shot is good. So despite your attempts, Harry, he does hit the front end. 1-1. 80-67. Mohammed with 8 now, earns the second shot. Again, high arc, it's good. Brady O'Connell deep in the corner. Lefty dribble over the timeline. Down along the baseline, Caldwell. Won't go. Soden with the offensive board. Gets the hoop and the heart. Soden, 22, and we'll have a chance to push that to 23.
I believe Almeida fouls out. That's his 5th.
That is on number 5. That is 5. And he is out. He'll take a stroll along the far sideline. He will foul out with 14. He had 11 in the first half, buried a 3, not moments ago.
And Isaiah Diaz is going to take his place, number 3.
And Ethan Caldwell will check out as Lafferty comes back in for the Bulldogs. 82-68, 14-point lead for the Bulldogs in this home opener on a Tuesday night. Luke Soden's free throw is good. 23 for number 11. Three-pointer here, no good by Ioma. Brady O'Connell. Push pass to Aiden O'Connell. Ooh, he changed pivot, but didn't get called. Sean Toscano goes hard. He'll get waved off on the offensive foul. It's Toscano's third. Tough night for Sean Toscano. 2 free throws and a 3, but gets called for a second offensive foul here tonight. 83-68, 3:32 to go in the game. Bulldogs still with that 15-point lead. Little Green look to press break. Bulldogs still with that full court pressure. Toscano's going to pick up another foul. That's 4 on him. Casana had the dribble, was backing up. Toscano was coming in to try to strip him from behind and picks up a foul, reaching in. So 4 for Sean Toscano.
Yeah, I believe Caldwell's going to get back in the game now for Toscano.
1-1 for Gasana. His front end is no good. But Ioma picks up the rebound. Right in front of the student section over there from Manchester. The Little Green fans are incredulous about the call. The official was quite confident that it was a travel. Lafferty inbounds. Aiden O'Connell guarded by Ioma. 4 fouls by Ioma, so he can't guard too closely. Brady O'Connell will settle things. Aiden O'Connell drives hard lefty. Easy lay-in lefty. 26 for O'Connell. Just under 3 to go. Lead is 17 for the Bulldogs. Little hesitation dribble, getting past nicely. That's Zegno. Second bucket of the second half. He has 7. Soden to Brady O'Connell. Jump stop, settles things down. They look to take a little bit of time off the clock. 2.5 to go. 15-point lead for the Bulldogs.
I wonder if they'd like to get to 90. They only have 5 points to get there.
Very capable of doing so. Aiden O'Connell again drives lefty. He gets fouled on the floor, so his lay-in is no good. Was good, but it's no good. And Asher Zegno will pick up the foul. That's 4 on Zegno.
Yeah, O'Connell's going to have to earn that 2 points at the free throw line, and he's been pretty solid. 6 for 9.
That's 7 for 10.
7 for 10, thank you.
Wow. He hits the front end here. 27 points now for O'Connell. That's Aiden O'Connell. Bit of an outburst here in the second half. 16 in the second, do you have that? Misses the second, so he'll stay at 27. Zegno, hesitation, kicks to Gasana out the top of the key. Stutter step, drives hard righty and gets a lay. Coach Moreno wasn't pleased with that defense. Give and go, Soden. O'Connell back to Soden. They break the press quite easily. Under 2 minutes to go here now. Braden O'Connell will pick a foul on Caden Gagne, who's checked in the game. That's his first. And Brady O'Connell will go to the line for 2. Looking to improve on his 21 tonight. 1:45 in the game. 86-72. Bulldogs lead by 14. Front end is good. Aiden O'Connell will check out. As Caden Brown will check in. Aiden O'Connell checks out after a great night. He's likely not going to see the floor again. 27 points for him on the night as Brady O'Connell hits the second end. 23 for Brady O'Connell. Kasana's lay-in will go, rebounded by Soden. Up quick, Brady O'Connell. Soden right down the lane, can't get the lay-in to go. Full court pass to Naoma. He's doubled in the corner, kicks to Gagnon. This three is good. Stop and cheer, I believe. Little Green are calling timeout.
Yeah.
And they do. They take a timeout. 88-75. Bulldogs lead by 13. 1:18 remains in the game with a comfortable lead for the Bulldogs.
We're going to be back here Friday night at 7 o'clock. Girls home opener against Manchester Memorial. Lauren Fox and Corey Munster-Tiger with the call for the game. And then Saturday, it's going to be our first hockey broadcast, a doubleheader, boys and girls. Boys are going to be at 2 o'clock against Wyndham. Girls at 4:30, give or take, against the combined teams of Berlin, Gorham, and Kennett. All that on Bedford 105.1 and BCTV, your stations for Bulldog Sports.
Looking at the schedule for the rest of the season, they tried to finish everything by the February break last year, but it's going to extend beyond February break this year as finals are scheduled for Sunday, March 12th. Again, we're very early in the season, but I'm imagining the Bulldogs have high hopes for themselves to see them playing in that game. After the inbounds, Aiden O'Connell comes back for it. He was not done for the night. Gets into the front court and picks up a foul on Anthony Charbonneau. He's checked into the game.
Central playing some of their bench players here late.
Looks like Coach Moreno is going to do the same for the Bulldogs as
wholesale change.
Wholesale substitutions. We're going to have a line change. Forwards and D-men are all coming in. Front end is good for O'Connell.
Ethan Caldwell, Daniel Caldwell, both in the game. As is Thomas Braga. And I think Caden Brown.
Second is good for Aiden O'Connell. He'll finish the night with 29.
And Dylan Soden is in for him.
Cousin Brady O'Connell has 23 on the night. He'll finish the night with 23, so 52 between the two of them. Great output by them. Three-pointer deep. Oh, rattled around a little bit more than I expected.
Yeah, I thought about going in.
Sure did. 90-75 is your score. The Bulldogs are up 15. Kick out to Caldwell. Brown. And now over to Braga. Braga down low to Dylan Soden. Takes two dribbles into the lane, powers one up. They'll go to the line for two as he's fouled. It's Caden Gagnon picking up his second. So Dylan Soden seeing some action here in the closing minutes. First is good. Landon Ellsmore and Logan O'Connell will check in. The third of three O'Connells on this Bedford squad. Second for Soden. 3/4 of the way in, but rattles out. 30 seconds to go in the game, 91-75. Bulldogs look to take home victory here as they have a 16-point lead. Green working around the arc. Crossover dribble. Now Gagnon kicks to the corner. Charbonneau throws it up off the glass, no good. Soden comes away with the rebound. That's Dylan Soden. No dribble over the timeline and run things out here. So the Bulldogs will come home with a 91-75 victory in their opening night. Spectacular night by Aiden O'Connell, leading the way with 29 points. Followed by Brady O'Connell with 23. Luke Soden matches those 23. Dylan Lafferty with 10. Sean Toscano with 5. Dylan Soden got a free throw there right at the end to round out the scoring 91 points on opening night for the Bulldogs.
And sorry about that. Central scoring. Working on that right now. Jason Gasana finishing with 14 points. Mark Naoma with 11. Isaiah Diaz with 8. Wesley Olmedo with 14. Muhammad finishes the night with 9. 7 points for Asher Zegno. 1 point for Sean Venator, sorry about that. Caden Gagne with a 3-pointer. And 6 points for Chris Johnson. And that's what we got.
And that rounds out their 75. So again, the Bulldogs coming away with an impressive victory here on opening night. Congratulations to Coach Moreno and the squad. We're going to wrap things up here. Thank you very much to the BCTV crew. Andrew Fenn on camera. Bill Jennings, as always, the maestro producing. For Harry Kozlowski, I'm Corey Munster Tiger, wrapping things up. We'll see you on Friday night as we bring the girls' game to you right here from Bedford High School. Have a good night.